Hey guys, welcome back to the Blade Bloodhound. Tonight we're going to look at today, I keep saying tonight, I'm so used to doing these at night. But today we're going to look at a knife that I picked up at an antique store the other week. And I'm going to show y'all why my eyes are getting bad. I'm getting, not bad in my old age, but my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. I slipped up and saw something after I bought this one, and it's not a big deal breaker or nothing. It's nothing bad, but it's a cool knife. We're going to check it out. So it is a Camillus 1011 USA. And it is, when I looked it up, a lot of people said it was a sword brand, and it was marked sword brand on the blade. This one was not marked that. So I don't know if it wore off over time. I don't think so, because I think I would see a hint of it. And when we get over to the table and zoom in, we can see for sure. But it's a kind of a rare knife. It's a small knife. Now this sheath is not original. I did notice, I cleaned it up. Well, one way I could tell was the right here on the handle sticks up higher than the sheath. I did reach out to someone that has a sheath that is made for this knife. For example, it's the exact same blade shape. It's got enough of the back here to go up past it. And I'm thinking about purchasing it. I haven't decided yet, you know, because mainly it was just a cool knife and I wanted it, but I don't know if I want to get another sheath for it. I might though, who knows, I probably will. And I'll tell y'all a story about the sheath in the antique store when we get to the table as well. But a cool knife. It's when I saw it, I knew it was kind of rare. And I also liked how the Delrin went all the way to the end. There's no end cap or anything. It's just, I looked it up on eBay while I was in the store, and then I started looking on some other sites. And, you know, I noticed that there weren't a lot of them, and the ones that they did have, you know, were pretty good priced. So anyway, the price was right on this one. Is one I didn't have. I said, what the heck, let's pick it up. So let's take it to the table and look at it, and I'll let you know what I was talking about earlier about my eyes. All right, guys, I am back, and you guys will probably pick up on this immediately. So anyway, when I was at this antique store, it was sitting in the case. I saw it sitting in a case in one of the little displays, had the lady come back and get it. The guy had a pretty high price on it, I thought. So I said, oh, okay, never mind, when I saw the price. And then she said, well, what, this guy's really reasonable with working with you. And I said, well, I doubt he'd be reasonable with me because the price I would pay for that is way off. And she goes, well, let's throw it at him anyway. So we did, and he countered and we made a deal. But the first thing I saw was the sheath, and I noticed that the handle stuck out further, and I said, okay, that's not the original sheath. So I know that for a fact. But it does fit the blade. The blade is not as long as the sheath, as you can tell right here. You can see how it's kind of pinched. So I went on eBay and did find where I could get a sheath that will fit it perfectly. And it's a pretty good price. I mean, I can get it for like 12 bucks or something, so I probably will do it. But anyway, this knife here is a Camillus USA 1011. It's got a cool upsweep blade, good place for your finger here. It's got some jimping here. It kind of reminds me of a sharp finger, but it's smaller. The blade is only 3.5 inches long. The overall length, I think, is like 8 inches. We can measure it for sure if y'all want to. But the Delrin handle I thought was cool. And see how it just goes right here to the Delrin all the way. There's no end cap or anything. When I was looking these up, people were saying that they were a Silver Sword brand. And if you zoom in on the blade, I saw nothing like that. Now theirs all had it on the blade. It said Silver Sword. But then I've seen some others online that did not say Silver Sword. and they just said, you know, rare. You know, of course, everybody puts that on their thing now. Hang on one second. Let me shut this phone off. All right, I'm back. As y'all could tell, y'all heard a phone ringing in the background. Yes, I still have a home phone, believe it or not. I have a home phone and a cellular, but I just hadn't cut the cord yet, I guess. But I don't know. The way they keep going up, I may. But anyway, back to the knife. Let's talk about that. So it didn't say sword brand on it, and I looked it up, and of course they said it was rare, and the guy had $40 on it. He wanted 40 bucks. And I said, no thanks. So anyway, she said, well, let me talk to him. So she sent him a text and said, you know, hey, this guy's here. He's interested in this knife. He'll give you 20 bucks. And I said, he's not going to go for that. He's going to come back and say no. But I said, if you want to do it, do it. So she did it. And anyway, the guy came back and said, how about 25? And I said, sounds good. So I bought it. Well, anyway, I get home. I'm cleaning it. I'm messing with it. Well, actually, before that, let me tell you this story. So I'm in the antique store, and the lady puts it in backwards. So she has it in the sheath backwards like this and has it snapped. And I said, whoa, 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 let me. So I unsnap it to put it in correctly. And when I did, that snap completely broke. This is why I'm buying another sheath for this, by the way. That snap just completely broke off. So I just glued it back for the temporary fix. But, you know, I'd already said I'd buy it. So I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, I bought it anyway. And, you know, it was me unsnapping it that broke it. So no big deal. And I was cleaning the sheath, and it said, let's see what it says there. W-E-S-K-E. I'm going to have to look that up. But, so I knew it wasn't the original sheath anyway. One by look, the other just because of the way it fit in there. But I knew I could get a sheath, and there's a guy on eBay that has them. And he has it listed by blade length and all that. But anyway, back to my bad eyesight. So I'm looking at this knife. I'm like, man, this knife looks good. You know, and I'm cleaning it. I'm doing stuff. And I didn't even see this till later either. So I clean it up. You know, I have it over here on this little table. You know, I'm kind of polishing on it. Well, later on, I come back and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know, measuring it so I can get the perfect sheath. And I noticed this. Uh-oh. Well, that's a big zoom. Look at there. So obviously, this is plastic with a chrome on top of it. And some of the chrome was missing. I guess it just came off from years of, you know, being in drawers or banging on stuff, you know. So obviously it was just chrome plated. So that is not metal. That is actually plastic with a chrome on top of it. So it was really weird. So I saw that and I was like, what the heck, you know? So I was teasing my wife. I said, oh my gosh, my eyes are so bad that I done bought a knife, which normally I would see that immediately. I mean, anybody would that has half normal eyes, but I missed that completely. I really did. But, you know, it doesn't take away from it. I mean, sure, it would be nice if it didn't have that, but I was really surprised. But the weird thing was, we get in the car and, you know, I'm showing it to her, talking about it. We get home, and then when I bring this up to her, I go, can you believe that I didn't see that? I mean, I cannot believe. I mean, it was a dark place. I said, I can't believe I did not see that. I said, I don't even know if I would have bought it. I said, well, you know, it's still a good deal, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd have bought it if I'd have seen that. But anyway, she said, well, I thought you saw it. I noticed it immediately. So obviously, you know, even with her eyes, you know, not being a knife person, she noticed that right away. So that's what I was teasing about earlier when I said my eyes are going to pot. I can't believe they did that with a chrome over the plastic, but it's still a cool knife. I mean, it's I don't want to say a rare knife, but it is. If you look it up, I mean, it's a knife that you don't find a lot of. You don't see them a lot, and if you do, people are asking way crazier prices than the $25 I paid for it. But I thought it was neat. I wanted it. It was a USA hunting knife. It was a Camillus. It was an older one. And I just thought it was a unique handle. That's the main thing that struck me. I like the handle. I like that it had the two big pins there. The old Delrin. Or I guess Camillus called it Staglight. They had some little name for it, but a neat knife. So on the tang here, you'll see the Camillus USA 1011 jimping here for your finger. Got the little finger guard here. The original sheath kind of looks like a sharp finger sheath. I stuck it in a sharp finger just to see, but that handle really went over on it a lot. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just go ahead and order the sheath that will fit it perfectly. That way, you know, it won't be janky looking, and I can have it all set up and looking good. But for now, I'll put it in this sheath that I broke the snap on immediately. Yeah, usually on a sheath knife, this part will come past this. So that's when I knew that it wasn't the right one. But I was just so excited to find it that I let the best of me start buying before I started inspecting. So it happens, but a cool knife. I mean, I can get my money out of it. If I wanted to sell it tomorrow, I could put it on eBay and probably double my money, but I'll probably hang on to it. It was a cool knife. Let me know if you have one of these in your collection. If you know anything about these knives, you might want to wait till I get the new sheath if you want to try to trade me out of it or something. But it's a cool knife. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great rest of the day. I think I might do one more video and end the series, and then I'll get ready for my next ones next time. Well, y'all have a great night. Like, subscribe, bladebloodhound@gmail.com. Leave a comment. I will respond. Let me know what you think. Would you have bought it? Have a good one, guys.